There's a mistake that feels like success. It doesn't look dangerous. It doesn't feel wrong. In fact, it feels responsible. You wake up on time. You show up every day. You do your job well. You don't miss deadlines. You fix problems before anyone even notices them. People trust you. Your boss relies on you. Your team depends on you. And slowly something happens. You become that person. The reliable one. The safe one. The one who always delivers. Everyone around you starts saying the same thing. You're doing great. You're solid. We can count on you. And at first that feels good. It feels like progress. It feels like you're building something. But here's the truth no one tells you that might be the exact reason your life isn't moving forward. Not because you're bad, but because you're too good. Too good at the wrong thing. And today, I'm going to show you why being the perfect employee can quietly steal years of your life, without you ever realizing it's happening. Let's slow this down and look at what's really happening. You go to work. You solve problems. You help people. You stay late when needed. You don't complain. You make things run smoothly. From the outside, this looks like the perfect strategy. Work hard, get rewarded, move up. That's what we've been taught. But let's flip the perspective. Imagine you are your manager. You have 2 employees. Person A, average, makes mistakes, needs help. Person B, you now ask yourself honestly. Who is easier to replace? Person A. Who is harder to replace? You. And that's the moment the trap begins. Because the more valuable you become in your current role, the more painful it becomes to move you out of it. Here's the part nobody explains. If they promote you, they lose you. Not forever, but from the place where you are most useful. And replacing you is not simple. It's risky. The new person might be slower. They might make mistakes. They might need months to catch up. And during that time, everything gets harder. Deadlines slip. Problems increase. Your manager gets stressed. So what's the easiest decision? Keep you where you are. Not because they don't appreciate you. Not because they want to hold you back. But because it's the least painful option. Organizations don't always reward the best worker. They protect the most critical one. And if you've become critical in your current role, you've also made yourself harder to promote. So if you don't get promoted, what do you get? More work. More responsibility. More expectations. You fix one issue, now you own it forever. You help a new hire, now you train everyone. You solve a crisis, now you're the crisis person, and it keeps stacking. Quietly. Slowly. Almost invisibly. One day you realize you're doing way more than before. But your title hasn't changed. Your position hasn't changed. Your life hasn't really changed. Only your workload has. Your one job becomes 2. Then 3. But it doesn't feel like growth. It feels like pressure. And here's the dangerous part. Because you're capable, you handle it. And by handling it, you prove you can handle even more. Now let's talk about something even more subtle. You feel like you're improving. You're faster than before. You make fewer mistakes. You know the system inside out. You don't even have to think about certain tasks anymore. It feels like mastery. But it's not. It's repetition. Let me explain it in the simplest way possible. If you solve the same type of problem every day, even for years, you're not expanding your skill set. You're compressing it. You're becoming extremely efficient at a very narrow range of things. And the world rewards that, at your current level. But the next level requires something completely different. Every level in life has its own skill set. At your current level, success comes from execution, reliability, consistency, following systems. But the next level is not about doing more. It's about thinking differently. It requires decision-making, leading people, handling uncertainty, taking responsibility without clear instructions. And here's the problem. You're not practicing those skills because your time is filled with being excellent at execution. You're perfecting something that won't take you higher. You're training the wrong muscles. And the longer you stay there, the bigger the gap becomes. Now something else happens. Something quiet, but powerful. People start to label you. Not officially. Not written anywhere. But in conversations you're not part of. You know, he's great with spreadsheets. She's the one who handles operations. He fixes all the problems. At first, this feels like recognition. But over time it becomes limitation. Because now, that's how people see you. Not as someone growing, but as someone fixed. You're no longer a person with potential. You're the person who does that thing. And once that image forms, it's very hard to break. Because people don't update their perception easily. They simplify. And your label becomes your box. Here's something most people never realize. Your boss sees your effort. But your boss's boss probably doesn't. And the people making bigger decisions definitely don't. And those are the people who decide your future. Promotions don't happen just because you work hard. They happen because people believe you're ready. And belief doesn't come from effort alone. It comes from visibility, from narrative, from presence. People don't ask, who worked the hardest? They ask, who feels ready for more? And if your name doesn't come up, you don't exist in that decision. Silence gets interpreted as satisfaction. If you don't say anything, they assume you're happy. And if you're happy, why would they move you? So what should you do instead? Not quit. Not rebel. Not become difficult. But shift your strategy. Yes, be good at your job. But don't stop there. Make your growth visible. Talk about where you want to go. Share what you're learning. Let people know you're not staying in the same place forever. Build relationships outside your team. Because opportunities don't come from tasks. They come from people. And most importantly, start preparing for the next level before you're invited to it. Learn how to think, not just execute. Learn how to lead, not just follow. Learn how to decide, not just deliver. Because if you wait until promotion, you're already late. Here's the truth no one says out loud. The biggest trap isn't being bad at your job. It's being incredible at a job that leads nowhere. That's how people lose years. Not through failure, but through quiet success. They become so good at where they are that they never leave it. They build comfort. They build stability. They build a system that keeps them exactly in the same place. And by the time they realize it, time is already gone. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you actually growing? Or are you just getting better at staying exactly where you are? If this made you think differently, subscribe. Because on this channel we don't just talk about work. We expose the hidden traps that keep people stuck for years without realizing it. And once you see them, you can't unsee them.